All right, let's get into this story. It's one part family legacy, one part modern day business miracle, and it's all powered by some seriously good jerky and some wonderfully bad dad jokes.
So here's the big question we're going to unpack today. How in the world did a single, honest video manage to pull a 70-year-old family recipe back from the absolute brink of collapse? You see, our story doesn't start with a viral video. No, it starts way, way before that, with a family tradition. So picture this. It's the 1950s, and grandfather Charles Littell is perfecting his jerky recipe in his butcher shop. Fast forward a few decades to 2001, his son Charlie finds those old recipes and starts the company. And then, in 2017, the torch gets passed again, this time to the third generation, his grandson Jeremy Littell.
Now, this is where things get really interesting, because with a new generation in charge, a totally new personality was about to get injected into this brand.
So Jeremy, well, he was a self-described class clown. When he took over the business, he looked around and saw everyone just glued to their phones. And he knew, okay, I have to be on social media. But his strategy wasn't about selling, not at all. He just started posting silly jokes and fishing videos. His whole goal, just to make that person smile. And you know what? It worked. By April of 2020, he had 1 million followers on TikTok. 1 million. And here's the craziest part. He had never once mentioned that he even owned a beef jerky company. He built this huge community based purely on entertainment and real connection. But just as his online community was hitting its stride, his family's legacy was suddenly facing a massive existential threat. To really get why this was so terrifying, you have to understand their business. Before 2020, a whopping 80% of their sales came from bars and convenience stores. 80%. That was their absolute lifeblood. Then March 2020 hits. The world shuts down. And just like that, poof, those sales channels were gone, vanished. I mean, can you imagine? This put Jeremy in an impossible position. He remembered thinking, I don't know if I am going to have to lay people off. I don't know what I am going to do. This was rock bottom. So, with his back completely against the wall, Jeremy decided to do something he had never done before. He decided to throw a TikTok Hail Mary. For the very first time, he broke his own rule. He posted a simple, incredibly honest video explaining the whole situation, telling them about his small beef jerky business in Winona, and he just straight up asked his community of 1 million followers for help. The response was, well, it was immediate and it was overwhelming. In just the first 3 days, 2,000 orders flooded their website. Jeremy described the sound of his phone just going haywire. It was this constant stream of notifications. Ding, 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 ding. The support was literally pouring in real time. He said the moment it all really hit him, he was in a Hy-Vee parking lot and he just lost it. In his own words, I was just bawling. I cannot believe the people of TikTok came together for us. I mean, just think about that. In 10 days, just 10 days, an online community that he'd built with dad jokes and fishing videos had completely saved his family's 70-year-old business from going under. So what happens after a viral moment like that? Well, the company didn't just survive. Oh no, it was completely and totally transformed. The transformation was just staggering. I mean, look at this. Before the video, Kick-Ass was a regional brand. After, it became a national powerhouse with booming online sales, distribution in 20 states, and a 5 times increase in sales. And the success went way beyond just jerky. The community exploded to over 12 million followers. They expanded into new stuff like Bloody Mary mix and pickled snacks. They even landed a NASCAR sponsorship that actually won at Talladega. And they secured spots in major grocery chains. But you know, when it comes right down to it, for Jeremy, it was never really about a social media platform. As he says, I never say it's an app, I say it's a family. That success was built on genuine human connection. And that leaves us with this final thought to chew on. In a world that is just saturated with slick corporate advertising, is it possible that the most powerful marketing tool of all is simply being real? Is true authenticity the ultimate superpower?